All right. Just getting all the streams kicked off. From home, like we all are nowadays, these days. Looks like you guys are going to be seeing my living room for a little while. In Massachusetts here, they just extended all the kind of stay-at-home stuff to May 4th. So I guess we'll have to see how long this all keeps going on. Hope everyone is doing okay out there. I know it's this is history. What can you say? This is history. You will have lived through it, hopefully. And all your loved ones are okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream here on twitch.tv/DDO stream, youtube.com/Dungeons & Dragons/live, and facebook.com/DDO Unlimited. I'm DDO's Community Manager Cordovan, and as you see, I'm for the foreseeable future doing the stream thing from home, and that's fine though. I've got my computer at home might be faster than my computer at work, so that's kind of nice. All right, let me get to a couple of pieces of news here. I'm on Kyber. I'm on my level 30, so typically when I'm on a level 30 on these live streams, I don't get a lot of people joining me just because they don't have level 20 plus characters. But if you happen to have a level 20 plus character and want to join me on Kyber here today, it's ARMAHGH, Armagh. Don't actually know what I'm going to do. Last time I was on Kyber apparently was the last time we did the anniversary event, so I could do that. I think there's probably some other stuff that might be... I haven't done a lot of questing in that, actually, frankly, on this character, on some of the newer stuff, so maybe it's time to do that. As you can see, I basically am in the process of being flagged for as many of these as I can. Looks like I've got... I could do that. I got that to do. Anyway, we'll figure that out, I guess, a little bit later here. Let me just kind of get through the news and what have you first. So, first thing to note, we do have a couple of bonuses that go through the weekend, being shut off next week. The Mimic event is currently active. That runs through April 6th. And it'll be turned off the morning of the 7th, which is a Tuesday. The anniversary event is going through April 30th. The Buddy Boost is no longer active. And all dungeons and raids, including those in expansion packs, are open to everyone through April 30th. Now, you can get that information for both games at ddo.com/friends. Those are the kind of expected bonuses that we have currently going on. This week's bonus for the regular DDO bonus days is going to be a 10% heroic and epic XP boost. Now, that's different than a buddy boost. It's just a flat 10% to your heroic and epic XP. So that'll be going on. Also, from sales-wise, we do have double bonus points going on. This is the final weekend for double bonus points, so, opportunity to stock up if you want to. The other thing I'd mention is we actually have a free coupon that we're going to be giving out tomorrow, I think, which should help a little bit with a few things. I can't spoil it right now, but we are going to be doing a free coupon for just kind of a general quest item that is already available. It's nothing new, but it will be free. Hopefully that'll help. We'll have an extra coupon code, I guess, in tomorrow's sales information, along with our regular sales info. And that is really the look at the bonuses. Otherwise, one of the main things we're working on is what is being described, colloquially as what are we going to do to fix the lag. We're actively working on it. We did a patch yesterday that we were hoping would make more of a difference than it did. It's not fair to say it didn't fix anything, because it did actually fix things. We have behind the scenes, we cleared out a whole lot of what are called asserts in the dev code. So we did fix some things. Unfortunately, those things do not seem to have translated to a lot of improvement in the overall game performance in recent days. We're continuing to look at it. One of the things we're looking at specifically right now is kind of a land block loading issue that is related to one of the plugins, third-party kind of physics plugins that we use for our game. The problem isn't likely with the plugin. It's rather the plugin was updated, and it probably has caused some kind of compatibility issue with their game code. So we're looking at that right now. So we're trying to see if perhaps, hopefully, we found something that'll be decent to correct and make a positive difference with our physics engine. But that work is really just starting with the engineers. Could be by the end of the day they come back to me and say, "Nah, that wasn't even the thing." But that's what we're currently working on. That's our current avenue of investigation as of 12:10 p.m. on Wednesday. And hopefully we'll have good news for you in the near future on that. We know the game's a bit laggy, as people would say. It's not technically server-client latency. It's game engine kind of stuttering and things like that, but manifests the same way. Terminology is fine. So that's fine. Do I have a list of particularly useful Alchemist spells? I can tell you one. It's that low-level 1 powder thing that causes them to get dazed. I've been using that thing a lot. April Fools have been canceled till the end of April. That's true. I actually was following up. At one point, we had a small kind of like joke item thing. Okay. Yep. We had a plan, and then that plan fell through. So nothing new for April Fools this day. I guess I'll be your fool. Okay. No, it's not a community loot list item. It's I don't want to preempt the announcement. It's just a little thing. It's nothing too big. Basically a little thing to kind of help people. No, following the show, but we do not believe that the current game performance issues are specifically related to the 64-bit client. We think it's far more likely that it's kind of something that got updated or has a halo effect or is otherwise not functioning correctly in our game engine, game code, all that sort of thing. So, because we've already gone through all of the environmental issues, things like the hardware, the connections to the data center, all this other kind of stuff, and all that's checking out. So doesn't seem to be the cause of the problem. And so as we kind of peel back the layers, we're continuing to do so, and hopefully we find out what's going on and make an improvement here as soon as we can. Yeah, thanks, Driz Biscuit. I am indeed still around. Yep. Thank you. So yeah, Mal Havoc, the bonus is a 10% Heroic and Epic XP boost. That's the new one this weekend. Hello, Bob and Sarah Braun over on YouTube. And let me head over to Facebook here. Hello, Frank, Joshua, Tim, Christopher. All right. What else should I mention? So depending on, I guess, how things go with the patch, we may well end up doing another patch later let's say next week, maybe. If we have something to patch, we'll do it. That's the hope. Otherwise, we do have or have we already had? We already did, right? Sorry. I'm trying to think for a preview schedule here. Yes, we already had Update 46 Preview 1. That was on the 17th, so I would expect that we'll probably see another Update 46 preview in the near future as well. Maybe next weekish? I don't know. But we'll see. So you can expect a preview of the Lost Gatekeepers Adventure Pack and other Update 46 stuff probably on Lamania in the near future. That's a little bit of news, I guess. Hey, Days, thanks for joining me. I don't actually have much of a plan as to what I'm doing, so I'm just kind of open to suggestions if you want. I don't know. I just don't really have a plan today. Let me see, though. It's got to be something I haven't run for a while. That would be good to do. Yeah, here we go. There's a whole bunch of stuff I didn't do. Looks like a lot of... Could always do Ravenloft stuff. That's not a bad idea. Get flagged for that. Could always do Temple of Elemental Evil. Haven't done that in a while. How do you feel about Ravenloft stuff? Want to do some Ravenloft stuff? I wouldn't call them plans, Druid's Fire. It's more, you know, possible courses of action that if I ever think about doing it, I will do so. Eeps. Okay, so I don't actually know where I left off. Let me just for a second here see what I've got for where I left off on Ravenloft. Got Fresh Baked, Death House. And I do not have Invitation to Dinner, so it looks like Invitation to Dinner is the one. Okay. Alright, looks like we're going to be maybe Invitation to Dinner here. What is the cloak I'm wearing? I'm wearing the Borderlands cosmetic cloak. This is a specific cosmetic that you can get with the Borderlands pack there. The Warrior Cloak.
Another target down. On to the next.
Oh my gosh, so many undeads. I wish I had my cleric back. I've been playing cleric on the hardcore league, and unfortunately I died again on the hardcore league at level 9. It was a real bummer. Such a bummer. It was Party Crashers is what it was. I was going through the... It seems like I pretty much can, at this point, coast my way to the level 5 quests. And then once I get the level 5 quests, I start to run into some pretty significant challenges, up to and including dying a lot, which is apparently... Party Crashers has killed me twice now. It is currently the bane of my existence. Oh, nice, Robert. Great. Gold-rimmed wondrous weapons to give them 1.5 damage to be on par with weapons of their level. Currently, they are useless. Alright, so Terry over on Facebook is suggesting that we add the gold-rimmed wondrous weapons to increase their weapon damage. I think the wondrous applies to the item power level rather than, say, the 1.5 weapon damage. But you say that they're not on par with weapons of their level. If it's a random loot gen weapon, it should have a consistent W output for its level, regardless of whether it's a wondrous item or not. That doesn't go up and down. But if, for whatever reason, wondrous weapons are not seeing the typical bump that they might otherwise get for being, say, like a level 10 item, 20 item, whatever, then that's something we're going to need to sort through. Craig, RPH, I have been on, specifically on the Hardcore League, I am 1000% about the Death Domain right now. I've tried the Protection Domain, which works okay. It gives you a little bump in AC and everything, so that's fine. And the PRR, MRR boost for the party when you do a turn undead is nice as well, so that's an option. I have found that I tried the Earth Domain to try to see if I could do the incredible job turning elementals that I have been doing turning undead, and it worked okay-ish, but not good enough for me to want to stick with it, so maybe not that one, unless it works for you. Often on the non-hardcore servers, I've pretty much consistently gone with the War Domain, and the reason for that because of the proficiencies you get. You get, automatic proficiency in all exotic weapons. So, for example, like if I've got a Kopesh, and then I find a Bastard Sword that's awesome, that's fine, I can just swap into it. Dwarven War Axe, whatever. I've often found that the War Domain works great to kind of bump up the loss of DPS that you get for being a cleric, basically, instead of, say, a fighter or something like that. Now, there are other options, too. You can do all sorts of multi-classing and things like that to do basically the same thing that you would do with War Domain, but still, War Domain is very convenient for me. And I do like that it increases overall damage output slightly when you do a turn undead, so that's pretty cool. However, on the Hardcore League, I was saying it's all 1000% been about that Death Domain. And the reason for that is because the Death Domain improves your turn undead significantly, to the point that you just sort of push the button and everything around you dies, especially on Hardcore, because I've been going 100% into Radiant Servant. As soon as you get the ability to destroy anything you turn, then it gets kind of ridiculous. So the Death Domain has just been insanely good for that. The other thing that's frankly been very good is surprisingly good, because I didn't really expect it to be quite as good as it was, is that negative energy bolt SLA that you get with your Death Domain on the second tier of it. It's serious damage for basically almost no spell point cost. And it is impacted by your meta magics. Oh, like maximize, etc., etc. So I've been going into that energy ray, even though I'm not really negative spec'd, even though I'm in the Death Domain, but I'm in the Death Domain for turn undead, not other reasons. But maybe I should be, because that other reason seems to have really worked out pretty well on that negative energy bolt. Just long distance. It's a nice long ray cast, and there you go. So, alright. It's been pretty cool. I'm digging it. So yes, Death Domain, I think, is the answer. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's the answer.
Dominates the room. Sitting there is an elderly man scratching away with quill and paper. He ignores it, completely absorbed in his work.
So that's been my basic cleric build, and it's been working out really good. I have not had to max out charisma. I have been generally going for human as well for the extra bonus feat. I tend to play sword and board on my clerics. And so I've been doing that. Claw's gotta move. Physics here. Oh, come on. Why are you now hitting me? Alright, something doesn't seem to be working very good with these things. I'm not quite sure what's up. Can't seem to hit them very well. Let's move to a different position. Maybe we can find a place where they can hit them more easily. There we go. So, sword and board, I've been going humid. I take the improved shield usage, so you get the extra pure armor, or not pure, extra whatever it is you get. Off the top of my head, I can't think of it. So generally I've been taking Die Hard. I know, I've been taking Die Hard on my cleric build. I take Die Hard as a feat selection. But you know what? It saved my butt twice. So there you go. What can I say, you know? Locked, yeah. So Die Hard, I've been taking the improved shield mastery. Or Shield Mastery, Improved Shield Mastery. I've been taking Quicken, because I need it. I've been taking Die Hard, I've been taking Maximize, because of that SLA bolt. And that I've been dying by level 9, so I've not really had an opportunity to do more than that. But that's the plan. That's the plan. So, feet starved a little bit, but... I never take Die Hard, though. I mean, like, normally on the live game worlds, I wouldn't take Die Hard. Are you kidding me? But in this particular case, it matters. Yeah, I've not done the clunk thing either. I don't really do a lot of multi-class stuff on my builds. I tend to be more pure class than not. Not always, but more often than not. Yeah, Kelly, I think specifically that was an issue with the things that are kind of low on the ground there. It's not working real good.
As you touch the barrel, black ooze begins to spurt from it. The liquid congeals.
Oh my gosh, so many oozes. Like I said, it's saved me twice so far on the hardcore league, having that Die Hard feat. So, there you go. Nope. So far I've been okay. I'm not on the hardcore server today though. I'm on Kuiper. Okay.
Not all that glitters is gold.
Alright. Here should be our battle then.
Is the icon of Ravenloft, glittering in the light.
In case you're wondering, I'm currently in Shirati on this character, not because I actually am at all. It's not really helping me that much. It's off destiny, and I'm just kind of leveling up my off destinies right now. For the most part, this character has stayed with Fury of the Wild, with a few exceptions. But right now I'm in Shirati just because I needed the XPs. So technically, if I recall, Oozebane weapons... Well, maybe I'm not right about that. Just stopped in my head. I was gonna say Oozebane weapons do take damage from oozes because they're supposed to, right? Because they don't necessarily... They're not made of glass or other kind of ooze-proof material. What they do, though, however, is extra damage.
As you hold the icon of Ravenloft in your hands, then stow it securely in your pack.
Priest, second floor. Yeah, Oozebane does not mean ooze-proof. Although I stopped myself because I thought... I couldn't remember if at one point we had actually changed that or not. But, there you go. It occurred to me that maybe we had made them ooze-proof for some reason. A green dragon variant of Draconic would be sweet for Poison Sork Alchemist. Yeah, it would. Is that something that could happen in the future? When you say Draconic, do you mean the Epic Destiny Draconic Incarnation?
Well done.
I don't really see us redoing our Epic Destinies at this point, although potentially we could add one.
With a little arm twisting,
Nice.
Lipsiege relinquishes the key to his chest. With a shrug, he begins to dutifully deduct the contents from Strahd's accounts.
Yes, you need an Everbright item. That's right, that's right. Everbright is ooze-proof. Oozebane is not ooze-proof. There you go. Alright, we are heading to the chapel, which I believe... It's been a while. I'm really bad at this map, but I'm doing my best. How soon till we get hair dye for mounts? I don't actually think our tech supports that. So I'm not sure that that's something we're going to be able to do. The way it would have to work would be something like a...
The figure of a woman moves lithely about the room, dusting furniture and humming quietly. Helga's face suddenly twists into an expression of mad anger. Bats flood the room.
Yeah, that's why the mounts are in various colors. They're kind of like the armors in that the the color, each color variant is going to be, would be its own item, like separate item, rather than, say, being able to dye current mount.
No mercy, no anger. Focus.
The broken pillar and water in the marketplace, Tim from Facebook, I don't think has anything to do with the current issues we're experiencing on the live game modes. Sorry. If you do see a little hitching when you go past that specific area of the marketplace, it's probably because you're, I believe that's on the border of a new land block. Kind of internally. No, Top Hat, that is not working as intended. I actually didn't know that. Let me write that in my trusty old notepad and follow up. Okay. When are we getting unicorns? That would be with the Feywild expansion, which is happening later this year. Correct. The hardcore server will not get the XP boost. The only thing we did... You'd rather ride a dragon? I'm sure that'll happen. Well, I don't know. That is such an obvious thing to do that surely we're going to do that someday. I hope, right? But as soon as you have a dragon mount, all the other mounts look significantly less sexy in comparison, I think. So, I don't know. Okay, well, we don't actually... I don't think we actually want to go up here, do we? So I think we're turning around and doing some other stuff. Is this right? God, it's been a while. Bad at this. Alright, yeah, I think this is right. Yes, there is a broccoli that is both oozebane and ooze-proof. Okay, that's probably what I'm thinking of then. And that is in the anniversary event, which is currently available through April 30th. It's the broccoli beater. There's both a two-handed and one-handed version of it. So, groovy. Alright, someone's telling me I'm going the wrong way. Wilbur Sturge, so do I need to head up to the 3rd floor then to get back to the 2nd? Is that the issue? Is that what my problem is? I'm trying to remember what I need to do here. Alright, the stream's telling me I'm going the wrong way, so let me turn around to do something else here. There is a lower level broccoli beater. It's called the Mukbane. Lost in Castle Ravenloft, yeah. I'm always lost in this area. I just kind of wander till I find what I'm looking for. You came back down to the 1st floor, go back up to the 2nd floor. Okay. Yeah, but so do I need to get to the 3rd floor and drop down to the 2nd floor, or can I find this, the chapel from the 2nd floor itself? Because I could have sworn I did most of this, so... Okay, I see what's up. I think I got it now. I am not aware, Roberto, that we have many, if any, anniversary gifts from over the years that are not available elsewhere. Now, the genie is no longer available, so that guy is not there. Oh, no, plus we did have the... Oh, okay. Actually, I know specifically what you're asking about. Yeah. You want that, I think it was last year's armor, or is it 2 years ago's armor? There we are. I know, the Mukbane is not as cool as the Broccoli Beater. 'Tis true.
Another target down. On to the next.
You have found an ally within Ravenloft. If Esmeralda had not told you of the ward barriers around the castle, and the keystone needed to escape them, finding the icon of Ravenloft would be all for naught. This door has been closed up with heavy iron bars. There is no way through.
I am not personally opposed to the idea of some anniversary kind of doing a picker box of anniversary items from years past, but I don't know how that would go over. Some people might get kind of upset by something like that. Everyone would pick the 10th anniversary one, right? Well, that's the box in a box. Yeah, I suppose we'd have to do something about that. Actually, I don't know. Would everyone pick the 10th anniversary one? As much as people love it now, I seem to remember an awful lot of people telling me how awful and useless it was.
mercy, no anger. Focus.
How about I go the correct way? Oop. Don't want to run into that. I have a true seeing item, in case you didn't gather how I'm, as a fighter, finding all these secret doors. A two-handed banhammer in the anniversary event? That sounds like something that's doable. We'll have to let Lunabill know that. Lunabill and Steelstar. See if any of them want to jump on that maybe for a future anniversary event.
This room barely contains a brooding metal tower. Faint light glows from a starry night sky painted on the ceiling. There is no obvious way into the tower. Strahd stands here, gazing into the distance. As you approach, he speaks. I hope you found exploring the castle stimulating. The world. Strahd makes an abrupt gesture, then suddenly the gate of red light springs into existence.
I was reading yesterday that, you know, we're not the only... obviously, you know, quite a few people are seeing... in the games industry are seeing a lot of population boosts because of the current state of the world and people inside looking for things to do and things like that. DDO, as I think players are well aware, has seen probably more people playing our game than in quite some time. And things are pretty crowded right now. But I happened to be reading yesterday that it's not just, say, the video games. I saw an article where they had a quote from Doug Davison with Smiteworks, who are the people who make Fantasy Grounds, who sponsor our Sunday show, our Sunday tabletop show, D&D Night on DDO Stream. And in that news article, Doug had mentioned that they have seen a 10-fold increase in the number of people playing Dungeons & Dragons virtually using their software. And Roll20 didn't provide equivalent figures for that specific news article, but did also say that they were seeing really huge numbers as well. So I think that's really interesting. It makes perfect sense, of course, that, you know, if you've got a D&D campaign, there's no reason at all you couldn't use something like your Fantasy Grounds Roll20s to keep your tabletop stuff going, even if you can't all be in the same room together. Or choose not to be in the same room together, rather. For the health of everyone involved. So I'm curious. I wonder how many of you... Are there any of you out there who have just started doing the virtual tabletop thing now that, you know, we're all kind of stuck at home for a while? Stuckish at home for a while? Except for those who are not stuck at home and have to put themselves in danger to sell you toilet paper.
You truly are a force
Which
with
sucks,
to be
but
reckoned
we do appreciate that
I
as
look
well.
forward to discussing your performance and how you may be of service when next we meet. Alas, we are quite out of time. Other matters
You fought
demand
and you
my
bled, but
attention.
at least you're not dead.
I have ordered accommodations for rest to be prepared. Please, avail yourself. You will wish to be fully ready for what comes next.
So, someone is saying that basically Lotra was seeing lag as well. The answer to that is yes, but the answer is, the reason I put the big old button there is that we think it's a completely different cause. I think on the Lotra side, it may well be that we're just starting to run into as much as our game worlds can handle without adding more hardware. Whereas on the DDO side, we specifically think it's related to a game engine issue rather than an environmental issue. Hey, dude, good timing. Yeah. So I am going to be doing, speaking of that tabletop show, in April here, it'll be the third Sunday of April, I'm going to be doing a special one-off. We just had a kind of an odd Sunday that no one is ready to take yet. And so I've gone...
is amazingly lifelike. In fact, as you stare at it, this image begins to...
And I'm starting to work on a one-off. Like, I'm calling it the 3-hour tour, if that gives you a little bit of a hint as to what the one-off campaign might be like. But that'll be the third Sunday of the month. I believe this Sunday is Alex Gruby's campaign, which I'll be a part of. One player in it. And then we've got Patrick and Kevin doing shows. Oh no! Oh, god dang it. Man, I just fell like an idiot.
Two new avenues of exploration. Tools, gears, and pulleys greet your gaze. This is some kind of workshop for the mechanically ingenious.
Yeah, that'd be April 19th. Should be fun. Should be a fun time. We mentioned this last week, but, you know, overall, the stuff that's going on in the world has not caused a significant issue for our ability to get our work done. We've, you know, as a video game studio, we're probably better prepared than many to deal with that kind of thing. Oops. There we are. I'm down for a Bacon Tower shield. I think that sounds like a fabulous idea. Yes, I've been doing Hardcore Season 2. I've lost, unfortunately, a few too many characters, but I am currently back at it. I've got a level 3 now, and I'm hoping that this is my successful character for the rest of the event. Would sure be nice.
target down. On to the next.
Like I said, unfortunately, I keep dying, but... say, where are you at, Days? I think I actually want to go back down to the study, right? And then click on the thing instead of the door. Go do the other thing here. So, let me do that. Okay, so in order to do that, I gotta basically go back to where I was. Right here. Cool. I don't actually know that I've got a whole lot else to talk about here today. I can mention one fun thing. I got an Atari cart that's particularly apropos to the season. Tax Avoiders. Yes, they made a video game about avoiding taxes. Because, you know. Oops. Okay. Alright, I am lost. I am now officially lost. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Find the keystone in the study fireplace on the 3rd floor. Okay, I could have sworn I've already... Isn't that what this is? Here's the study fireplace. There's this. There's this. I don't see any kind of keystone here. Thing's locked. How do I get to the keystone? Oh, there it is.
You find the
Yay!
wards
Okay, cool, I found it.
under a loose stone slab, just as Esmeralda promised. Merely touching the stone should allow you to pass through the wards at the main entrance.
I have not heard of plans for us to expand Ravenloft. That said, never know, right? We'll escape through the main entrance, okay. Cuckoo. I'm sorry, Justin, you said, guess you'll ask via ticket. I apologize. I missed your earlier statement. I don't know what you're asking about. But hopefully I can, let me know. And I'll keep it in closer eye on Facebook chat. Maybe you won't need to submit a ticket and we can help a little bit there. This last objective will be fun, yeah. Yeah. Oh, looks like we already got days. No. bonus to strength. Josh, I do think in the future we'll do additional updating of older quest packs. So I do think that'll happen. I don't know when the next one will be, though. We just, just did Catacombs and Delaris. I'm not sure when the next one will be. Or what it'll be. Actually, I've heard that we might be doing a one thing, but it's too early to announce that.
There are always losses in war. You know that. Keep an eye on my health bar here, trying to see if I can stay alive. Where's my potions? Do I not have a potion? Good going. Good going, me. I don't know what that... Oop, that's not the right one. Shoot. Ah, yeah. I don't have any healing potions. That's a problem. Watch it! You're no good to be dead. Retreat!
Uh-oh. That black dragon bolt might be the death of me. Shit. It is going to be the death of me. Sorry for swearing.
I'm taking damage.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm dead. Let me get a second. I could have sworn I gave myself some healing potions here, or some way to self-heal. Nope, I did not. We do this for the purposes of getting the stream.
Now it's payback time.
Alright, that's the one.
Watch it! You're no good to be dead. Retreat!
Oh, that was a close one. That was a little close.
We both know this will
Keystone
end in
hand.
violence.
You step through the
Ready,
castle
soldier?
walls unhindered. You check your bags. Sure enough, the icon of Ravenloft is still there.
All right. Yeah, I would love to see us do CO6 someday. That would be awesome. Oh, Justin asks, no worries. Is there... Oh, shoot, and I just lost it again. Gosh darn it.
Pain. Focus on
You
the
will have
mission.
lived through it, hopefully. Sorry, let me try to... Ask, no worries. I'm sorry, Justin. I'm running into a goofy Facebook problem where it keeps getting rid of your, message. Either way, we got that done barely, but we got it done. Thank you so much. I'm going to kick you a code in the in-game mail later on today, please. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. I'll be back next Wednesday at noon for more. Samus Gerbil's up next. You can find the full schedule over on the Twitch page. Have a great day, everyone. See ya.